All right, everybody. Welcome back to the podcast. Welcome back to Tomboy Official. Here on this podcast, we talk about gender and sexuality and cultural related things along those lines, and LGBTQ plus community related topics. I've been going through some of my dreams that I journaled, specifically the queer content ones. Bear with me while I scroll through the app. This app is called MD. I don't remember exactly what the full name of it is, but basically every time I click out of the app, I mean, I like the app, but every time I click out of it, if I want to record through the podcast, it boots me out of the app, and then I have to put my PIN in again to log back into the app. And then I write so much in this app because I really like it, because it has a little password protection thing. So if somebody does have my phone and I lend it to them or something, they can't get in it and start looking at what I have in here. I mean, sometimes I post journal entries. I'm not really trying to be, majority of it is stuff that I don't really want to accidentally send somebody or accidentally post, or maybe things that somebody has maybe sent to me that I don't want in free range on my phone for other people to have access to. It's just kind of like a little vault of a little digital vault. Of course, these things are never fully unhackable. And yeah, there's visual content, audio content, photographs, little videos, a lot of journaling, some other type of stuff that let's just hope that doesn't get shared. Okay, so there was one that I was gonna mention, and I just stumbled across a different one that I think I found. So, just a second, bear with me. I'm reading through this to see what I can actually read. I don't know. Let me see. Let me just make sure. Let me make sure. One second. Okay. I could do both of these too. Or I'll read this one, and then I'll put the bonus one at the end, because the bonus one is short. Well, this one's short too, but let me see. So I gotta change some names here. Oh man. Okay, I'm laughing because the name I'm about to choose is a fake name that I made from one of my elderly supervisors. I used to have a clinical supervisor. She was this old lady, and she was cool. I had nothing against her, but she would always get our names wrong. Slightly wrong. Say if somebody's name was Michael and she'd call him Matt, or like things like that, where she just like get everyone's names wrong, like consistently, just like she had a different name for everybody. And then we just kind of after a while just knew who she was talking to, even though she was like always wrong, even though we tried to correct her. And so I started calling her Gail. That wasn't her name, but I started calling her Gail. And then it was kind of funny because like I joked with the other coworkers calling her Gail, and then we didn't say it to her face, but when we were like talking about her, like, oh, do you have that like worksheet that Gail was telling us we could give to our clients or whatever, and like we called her Gail. um I don't know, that has nothing to do with anything, but that's the first name that came to my mind was Gail. So we're gonna give one of these people the name Gail and the other person the name Bob. Um, so Gail, in reality, is a person that I started talking to in New Mexico. So when I went snowboarding in New Mexico, in 20 when was this? In 2020, was it 2020 or was it 2021? Because last season was 2021. So I think it was April of 2021. Yeah, I think it was April of 2021. We went to New Mexico. Like in real life, in April of 2021, I went to New Mexico with some close San Diego friends. And around that time, I was talking to someone online who lived in New Mexico, because we were going to try to meet, because I went to Taos with my friends, and I didn't really know exactly, like, if I'd have any time to, like, talk to somebody or whatever. Like, I didn't know what this person was doing. Like, if, say, for example, if there was, like, you could get coffee there at the resort or whatever, like, if they wanted to hang out at the resort or whatever. Like, I didn't know what my friends had in mind, but I was thinking, like, if they happened to choose to do something that I might want to go meet this person, that, I was like, well, why not talk to somebody who's really nice to talk to, that I might actually meet, even though I wasn't really trying to, like, really, like, have, like, some long distance thing. But I was just thinking, like, snowboarding is something I will travel for. So it's not unlikely that if we do hit it off, that I would never ever go back to New Mexico by myself to see this person, especially if I could snowboard simultaneously. And then this person was really cool to talk to, but when I was in New Mexico, we couldn't meet. And then this person actually came. They're trans female, by the way, and like they came to Southern California, and they never specifically told me like when, and it wasn't necessarily in the part of the city like where I was exactly at. It was probably like 150 to 200 miles in one direction away from where I was, so I would have had to plan it more, and they weren't really like planning properly, so we never actually got to meet. But we were talking through one of the dating apps for a pretty long length of time. So April of 2021, at the very end of the season, is when I actually went snowboarding at Taos. And June 30th of 2021 at 8:34 a.m. is when I wrote this dream down. So Gail from the dating app appeared in a dream. We were going to different rooms, almost like traditional classrooms with the desk. And Gail asked me what I thought of their outfit, and I thought it was cute. Uh, it was a button down, but I didn't want to say that in front of Gail's family. Then we went to the bathrooms. Gail opened the women's bathroom and let me in, then went to the men's bathroom, then was coming back to talk to me, and I was wondering if they would see me since there were no stall doors, but they didn't seem to be like peeking around in there. They were just like in there talking to me kind of. And I think Bob, who is my friend in real life, I think Bob and maybe some other friends I had were around while I was speaking with Gail, and I was experiencing some joy from having Gail there as my friend, and I had a little crush, and Gail was nice, and that was basically the end of that dream. And I said I would give a bonus one, so let me see where that one is. Okay, so this one, oh my gosh, I'm terrible at like clicking on these things. So, I don't even really remember this too much. Wow. So this dream was from July 30th of 2021. I wrote this down at 10:41 a.m. So I had this dream about Amber's Closet since I was already awake between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. watching a video with Amber's Closet, or Amber from Amber's Closet, and other guys from Shan Boodram's husband's podcast. That one's called Enjoy the Podcast. Enjoy the Podcast. And I had this dream about me in Amber's Closet. We're sharing some bed. We're sleeping kind of like opposite each other, like one person's head to the other person's foot, kind of opposite like that. And basically, I was just pretty comfortable with the situation. And there was something to do with beer cans and something to do with this other long-term crush person that I know in real life being there too. And I think it was partially at the house of this other crush's old house, where we all used to hang out. So that's weird. I don't remember having this dream at all. I don't know. Sometimes I think I remember, but I really don't think I remember this too much. And yeah, that's kind of typical for me sometimes, being awake between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. So sometimes when I wake up that early, I might just watch like a little bit of a video or two in real life and actually just like fall asleep. So, yeah, that was the bonus dream. Super short. It's just a few lines long, but, yeah, I don't really know what any of this has to do with anything. A lot of crushing going on, with the people from my past, I guess. And then, yeah, if you guys, I'd recommend checking out Amber's Closet's content, Shan Boodram's content, Enjoy the Podcast. It's a lot of People open-minded about sexuality topics. Amber from Amber's Closet is a lesbian, kind of mask presenting, kind of more STEM-ish, I guess. Athletic, entrepreneur type. Shan Boodram is, I don't know if she identifies as a cis straight female. I think so. Has a husband. Her and the husband have an open relationship. I think they've got one kid together, and I don't know if they have a second on the way, or if the videos I was watching were just all about the same pregnancy. Her husband, Jared, has a podcast with like 2 or 3 of his friends where they sometimes get guests, and they talk about relationship topics. It's called Enjoy the Podcast. They're pretty cool. It's like very thought-provoking material. And yeah, I like reading these dreams. They're very fun for me to read, especially because I don't remember them. I don't know if I remember that Gale dream, honestly. Because that's interesting to have a dream about somebody. Like, I never really actually met that person in real life. So to me, that's super interesting, that I had a dream with them in it. Like, I knew, like, what they looked like, at least as far as pictures they sent me. I don't remember if we did Zoom calls at all. I can't recall. Or if we were, like, talking on the phone, like, in real life. I really can't remember that, in all honesty, but all I know is that we met online related to, like, me being in town for snowboarding. I'm kind of, like, I don't know, I'm kind of weird like that, though. Socially, it's like, I don't mind having a temporary good connection with somebody. I'd rather have a good connection with somebody that's temporary and just hang out and have it be good. And if it fades, it fades. And yeah, that sucks. Or if it, just, doesn't turn into anything more than friendship, that's fine too. Like, sometimes I'm just, like, in it for the moment of things. Like, if it's fun, it's fun. I love meeting new people and just having fun, and especially if they're chill and we're on the same wavelength about things. I don't care where you live or whatever. If we're talking and having fun talking, I'll talk to you for like years, months. I don't really care. I know maybe that's a little bit weird. A lot of people don't do that. A lot of people, once they move to different places or whatever, they just lose contact. They don't really talk to people. A lot of people, once they, like, I don't know, I know there's, like, a lot of pain in it, but I'm kind of used to that pain that comes from social situations. Not saying that, like, I'd never get hurt. That's not true at all. But it's kind of like, it's just part of it, If you care about somebody, and you care about your situation together and you want it to work and it doesn't, of course it's going to be sad. But I mean, I'd rather have something temporary that's fun, have the good memories, maybe have some random dreams after the fact, even when we're not talking anymore, and just have good experiences together. I mean, just live life and meet people, even if it's temporarily, but as long as it's not taking away from, like, the people that I value. Like, I'm not trying to, like, meet so many people that I'm, like, always out of town and always somewhere else and always just, like, I mean, I can't even afford to be traveling like that all the time too. But I don't want to be, like, bouncing city to city to city to city every weekend, just to, like, find someone new and, like, different to talk to. But I mean, I'm very shy, but I'm used to meeting new people, because I have to do it for work, and so I just kind of do it. I mean, it's not the same thing when I'm meeting people, like, in real life. I'm not doing it the same way I do for work, gosh. But it is something that I had to get a little comfortable with, and maybe it's awkward, but like I don't mind engaging with people so long as they seem like they're on the same page, and like, if they don't expect me to just like move to where they're at or whatever, like if they're fine with me just kind of like coming through town, like because of the sports I like or whatever, I'm totally down with it. But I don't really know. Some people don't really um some people don't really like doing that, but I do. So yeah, with that, thanks for listening.